everyone. So I'm going to show you how I make a fermented garlic honey. So kind of looks like this. Not all of it fermented, so we have some crystallized at the bottom, but you can see it's a very like syrupy consistency, and you can see the garlic cloves in there. So I have this large jar of honey and some garlic here. And I'm also going to show you a trick how to get the garlic from cloves a little quicker to this. So now that I have this, I'm going to place the garlic right in the honey. So garlic in the honey. The more garlic you put in, the stronger the flavor obviously is. You do need enough garlic to truly ferment the whole thing. Otherwise you'll end up kind of like with this, what I said, it just didn't ferment the whole jar because I didn't put enough garlic in. So we just have some plain honey at the bottom, which is not the worst thing. I'm going to turn you around here, try to get you balanced. My son's birthday. Little side note, I offered my son, he just had a birthday, and I said, you can get a Dairy Queen cake or you can get a Walmart cake. They both will write on there, you know, happy birthday. And instead of a good ice cream cake, he chose the most boring, basic Walmart cake. But he used a bunch of his dinosaurs from his toy box, of course, to make it exactly what he wanted, and he couldn't have been happier. So I guess I won't complain about that. So get this garlic clove. Some people prefer to use organic, which, you know, I think there's a lot to be said about that. The fermented garlic honey, I guess I don't really know what the name of it is for technical terms, but I'll call it fermented garlic honey. Mine was garlic from my garden, so I guess it's about as organic as I can get because I don't use anything like pesticides or anything in my garden. But this is from good old Target. Nothing exciting. And I'll fast forward a little bit. But if you get your cloves to like this, so I'm gonna turn you around. So you're taking them apart. You get all the like papery stuff off, but then get to about that. Once I get all this there, I'll speed up. Okay, so I have all of my garlic out of the papery stuff. I'm going to put it all into an empty plain jar. This worked really good for my first clove. I'm worried that now that I'm videotaping, it's going to work really crappy, but we'll see. So put it in, jar, cap, lid, tighten that guy up, and you shake it. It's annoying. It does take a couple minutes, or a minute, I guess, and you can see that the garlic is starting to pull away. And I'm going to dump it out and see how good it did. Some people don't mind peeling garlic. I don't like it. It makes my fingers sticky. Just don't care for it. But ta-da! So this one unfortunately did not work quite as good as my first one. My first one got all of these off, so this one actually didn't work that well at all. Well, not bad though. So unless you prefer doing it with the good old knife, I mean, over half of these are pretty much peeled. So I appreciate that. Like I said, it worked really good for the first clove. Maybe it's a 50-50 chance, but it's a good trick. So something to try if you want, or don't. So I'll get all of this garlic, that one, and I might take some from here, put them in there. I'll let you know what it looks like when I get all my garlic in. I'm sorry about the glaring light, but I figured I would tell you why you might want to use this little concoction. Apparently it's relatively well known to do a fermented garlic honey. I had not heard about it until this summer, but this spring my husband and I both got really, really sick, and considering we are young 30-year-old adults, that's pretty healthy. For us to get as sick as we did, not ideal. I just threw on my garlic cloves. So we were looking at things that we could do, especially with fall season, which therefore is cold season. Our kids go to public, or my daughter goes to public school, my son goes to daycare. So what can we do to help make sure that we don't get as sick as we did last time? Because when I'm bringing my husband to the ER or urgent care, I know that he's sick, and that's where we were at. And I went and had multiple doctor visits. It was just a viral something. We tested negative for all the things they tested us for, but nonetheless, kicked our butt. So, with cold season coming, we decided we don't want to get that sick really ever again, especially not when we have young kids. We have a lot of things we want to do, so what can we do? And my sister-in-law recommended this fermented garlic honey. And I was like, well, how do you make it? And she's like, well, you basically throw a bunch of garlic into honey and you let it sit until it's done fermenting, and then you have this magical concoction of goodness. Really, I don't even know what else to call it. I don't personally care for the flavor, but my kids don't mind it, and my husband likes it. He'll just eat a garlic clove. My kids will do the syrup. So you can take it however you want, but basically whenever my kids start coughing, my husband's like, oh, I don't quite feel good, they get some. My daughter, the other day, she was coughing. She's like, I think I need some of your stuff. I don't know what she said. I was like, great. I gave her just a little medicine cup. So, one of these that comes with every children's Tylenol, Motrin, anything. I just fill this up and say, here you go. I am not a doctor. I am not telling you how to use this medication, but it's not a medication. It's a good for your body. So, this is what I give my 6-year-old, approximately one of these. Now and then I'll give her a spoonful. Same with my 5-year-old. This seems to be a good amount. My husband takes a spoon, eats a garlic clove, and gets some syrup that comes with it. So that's how we do it. Again, I'm not a doctor. I'm not prescribing anything, but there's, besides the normal medicinal properties that are in garlic and honey, that is all that is put in it. So I'm going to shake this up again. Maybe it'll work better this time. Yes. Okay. So this one turned out really good. Ta-da. So got all the paper, but look at that. All these nicely done. So again, it's really just like an immuno medication. Like, it's good for your body. It helps your body fight things in a way that a lot of other medications don't. And I know a lot of people, anyone that's probably watching this video, is looking for ways to fight viruses, infections, or whatever you got going on that's causing you to feel under the weather. This magic of some sort, whatever you want to call it, works. So I recommend making it. Once I get all my garlic in, I'll show you how to store it, burp it, all those good things, because it is fermented, so it does not happen overnight. It takes about 2 to 3 weeks of fermenting, and you will know it's done when it stops releasing gases. I will explain that a little bit better when I don't have sticky fingers, but you'll know when it's done. So this is what I have so far. It all kind of sits on top. Usually I would stir this or mix it, like put the cap on and just shake the heck out of it. But because I'm trying to show you guys, I'm going to use a knife and see if that works. I think that that's probably enough garlic. But because my husband is actually using this, and he prefers to eat the garlic, I'm going to add 1 more clove. I would rather have a little too much garlic. I mean, the downfall of having too much garlic is that my kids potentially wouldn't like it. The upside is my husband likes the garlic and he eats it. So it's kind of finding that happy medium. Again, I think if I went with this, and that's 3 cloves in this. If I went with this, I think it'd be fine, but I'm going to add 1 more clove, just kind of, the husband factor. A lot of people know how hard it is to get husbands to take medicine of any sort. And the fact that my husband not only likes this, but is willing to take it, that is such a win for me. And there's been a few times where he's really been like, I actually feel better the next day. Like, maybe not 100%, but he's feeling better. So, one more clove. We'll mix it up, and I'll show you how to burp it. Okay, so I have my extra clove in there. I like that consistency. It's very thick. My cloves are very white. And that will not stay the case, like I said. So over here, this guy, very syrupy. My cloves kind of shriveled up and turned like a brownish color. That's just part of the fermenting process. And it's not poultry stock. It is clearly not poultry stock, even though once my husband did think that, so he didn't eat it. But what you do, stir it, mix it, whatever you want. I do every day. You could probably do it every other day. I simply store it on top of my microwave because that's where we keep like my sourdough starters hiding back there. Just kind of some basic stuff. I guess it's a good spot to store it. But this will build up gases. So when I put my cap on, it is, I mean, tight enough to where if this falls over, it's not going to spill all over. But loose enough that gases can get out from here. And then every day, or again, every other day at least, you will lift it, you'll lift that up, and you'll hear or feel a little bit of like gas escaping. So you just pop it open a bit, take it completely off, it doesn't matter. I just pop mine open quick. And then put this back on. That's all the tighter I put it on. If you put this tight, and especially in a glass jar, you have gases building up and building up, you could have an explosion of honey and garlic everywhere in your kitchen, which would be terrible. So that's why I recommend cap very loose. So that way, if gas does build up really significantly, it can automatically get out. There are days that I'll go to burp this, take the cap off and just pop it up a bit. And there's essentially no gas in here because it's had time to kind of get out. So however you do that, you'll do that every day, give or take, for 2 to 3 weeks. Again, when it stops releasing gases, you will know that it's made, it's done. You can start having it. If, let's say in a week, you're feeling really crappy, take some right away. It doesn't have to be done all the way before you can take it, but that's when it'll be most effective to help your body fight anything that it's trying to fight. So, to sum up this whole video in about 30 seconds, fermented garlic honey is good to help your body fight things. So if you're feeling under the weather, coming down with something, take a spoonful, take half an ounce, whatever you want, or you can eat either the garlic clove or the syrup. They'll both work wonderfully. It takes about 2 to 3 weeks to make, and it ferments, so you got to burp the can. So there's your summary. A bunch of garlic and some honey. Works wonders. Okay, so have a great day.